what I do love about immigrants, I think your dog loves that too, right? Is that they always have that entrepreneurial mindset, because if you come from a different country, especially a small town like where my father came from, there is no jobs. There is no Apple. There is no Microsoft. There is no, Coca-Cola. It's pretty much you either have your own store or your own trade or your own business, or you're working in the fields or in the mountains where it's not fun work, right? Yeah, so that's first and foremost. Do you feel like that's kind of instilled like an entrepreneurial spirit in you somehow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, you get to see the struggles of owning your own business. You get to see what it takes to maintain your reputation with the business. My father, he started taking me with him, like selling food to, like you said, like immigrant workers in the orchards. We were selling food. I was like going with him 7 a.m. my weekends when I was 8. Wow. Like, that's how early I started going with him. Obviously back then I hated it. No kid wants to wake up at 7 a.m. on their weekends.
Exactly.
But yeah, but it was, now that I'm older, I'm super grateful for it, just because, like you said, it has instilled that entrepreneurial mindset and like personality, and seeing the struggles they've gone through and the amount of work they've put in. To me now, like, pretty much anything is possible. It's just a matter of you want it. If you want to like put in that work, it'll eventually come to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the other thing you mentioned is people skills, right? Yeah, because obviously, it reminds me a little bit of my father. His mother owned a grocery store in Mexico, and he was put at the cashier. Somehow it's always the kids that are, it's weird, they're handling the money, right? It's funny. Yeah. I don't know how that is. Here, kids, you handle the money, right? But it puts you into contact with many different personalities, many different people. And like you said, it's customer service, right? Like, no matter what, the customer has to be right. So did it kind of teach you like how to deal with different types of personalities?
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, when you're in customer service, you'll have people that are just like pain in the ass, and then, excuse my language, or if you have like somebody that's super nice and gentle, and it's just like you have to adapt to those personalities quickly, because like you never know the person, how their day is going. You never know like what they're going through as well. So not taking anything too personally, because like sometimes people come up to you and just start going off on you, even though you're not the problem, but you're just the person that just got
you're in the
bad
way.
End of the stick. Yeah. So that, just being able to adapt to different personalities and be able to mold the conversation in a way that benefits that conversation, just because we're all different, we're all unique. So being able to have the conversation that not many people have, just like being able to try to understand their lives and have that personal connection through customer service.
Wow. That's a lot to learn at a young age.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about it like that. But the way my mind works, if someone was mean to me, I would 100% take it personally. I'd be like, oh, I ruined their day. But that's really interesting. Sure. You got to take it with a grain of salt, right? Wow.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
It's been good. It's been a learning process. Obviously, like you, Jessica, like there's been times where I'm just like, well, what? Like, why is this going on?
Right, like, what did I do? I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And you just like want to go off on them, but it's just like you got to bite your tongue. And then I come home, and to my girlfriend, I rant. I'm like, this is what happened to me today. But yeah.
So your family's so you're El Salvadorian.
Yeah.
And so I know El Salvador has a long history of war and gang violence and all that kind of stuff. But actually now you guys have this pretty cool president who just accepted Bitcoin as like a national thing. So did your parents flee like the war and all that kind of stuff going on like in the 80s? Yeah.
They fled. They didn't know each other. My parents met when they were in LA, but they both are from El Salvador. My mom's side of the family, they immigrated to LA, and so did my dad. But they have good stories, but obviously like the war and all that, it's going to be tough.